That's pretty massive.
Yeah.
I like just you can talk about classical music and nobody knows. You just start making stuff up. Oh,
Oh
you ever listen to Panchowski?
yeah. Just start say add a ski to the end of it. People just assume you're talking a major Russian composer. It's all fine.
Ludwig Don Pornofsky.
Pornofsky squirt.
And the best is when you get the guy who doesn't want to look stupid, so he agrees with you. Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know,
Because I made it up.
Things are going.
Yeah.
They're going to be
Dumbass.
huge by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Huge like when I use my dick pump running on a track grabbing Sue by her cute butt. Huge like a full moon in my face, yeah, and we ain't talking moonlight. Eric and Gord, what if we're right? Take a corner street hoe and tuck her in at night. Bitches you out, you got no nightlife. Bitches you out, you weren't the nightlife. This is what happens at night when you lay down the pipe, cause you work in construction, you don't know what's right. Don't know what's right, what if we're right?
Every time people listen to our show, they're like, oh, dude, I totally want to be on. When can I be on? Can I be on now?
Hi there. Happy Saturday. It's August the 10th, 2019, and I'm Eric, talking at you as always from very rainy downtown Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, where I was trying to think of something funny to say about suicide, but it's not funny, so I'm not going to. There you go.
I still laughed.
It works for me. The very recently infamous Johnny Epstein apparently offed himself last night.
Yes, I heard all about that today.
And the conspiracy theorists are freaking out, blowing up the internet over the fact that there's no way he did that, and they're just hiding him. And they're hiding him to make other people testify, like to comfortable that he's not going to testify, but really he is. He'll be like a surprise witness.
Oh, I'll guarantee he won't testify. But they're doing this strictly, like you said. They're hiding him so he can continue his business. That's it.
His Rape-A-Kid business? Oh, sorry, Ram-A-Kid?
Ram-A-Kid.
His Ram-A-Kid business?
His Ram-A-Kid business.
I don't know if that's I don't know.
It would make sense.
He could be, maybe.
Yeah. Pioneered the industry, you know. He was the leader.
Possibly just to make him not testify, and not to keep the business going, but necessarily to just so he doesn't name names would be my thinking. Well, we'll put you in hiding so you can't talk about us.
Like either that or he actually is dead, but he didn't actually commit suicide. He was killed.
Yeah,
told him suicide.
I like how they're not jumping on that one. Like the single most logical thing ever. Maybe someone killed him. No, that's not. No, it's a big. He's hiding and he's.
Nobody brings up the fact that he could have just been killed. No. Too obvious.
The Attorney General's name is William Barr. Epstein Barr. That's literally a strain of herpes. That's just funny to me.
Oh, I wonder how many of the kids have that now.
That's terrible.
It's funny because I don't know any of these children.
Yeah, that's true, right? It's funny because it didn't happen to us or our children.
That's right.
Or even our country, really. I don't think that he hasn't been linked to anyone in Canada.
I don't even assume, probably not.
Trudeau.
Except for Trudeau.
But
we both jump on that.
Okay, I gotta say, I'm sorry. Freddie Mercury should be named Best Hip Hop Artist for his Bohemian Rhapsody. That's funny. Bohemian Rhapsody. That's a good title for an episode.
Wait, where the fuck did you just actually read that from somewhere?
Well, it's our episode.
Oh.
The episode where we talk about hip hop, and the name of the episode is Freddie Mercury should be named Best Hip Hop Artist for Bohemian Rhapsody.
I thought you just like flip it on the internet and you found a headline that says that. I'm thinking, why? A, why does that sound so familiar? But B, just because the word rap is in the word doesn't mean it's a rap song.
Well, it's not even a rap CD. It's Rhapsody. That's just sounds
Rhapsody.
stupid. That's a funny episode title. I like it. I went to Facebook real quick just to see what was going on with Epstein, and there's a bunch of our episodes and like, things to do in Denver when you're DeBarros. That's a good episode title. I like that.
I love your titles.
He was a good guy. I really enjoyed having him on the show.
Yeah, that was good. Like I said off the air, we got to have him back so we can let him talk.
I have a couple more booked for the next upcoming weeks, and then I think we'll go full circle and see if we can get them all back.
Absolutely.
And of course, we've got Mira, the ingredient guru, coming back October 1st. That's coming right up. She's going to do a Halloween special for us.
Ooh, and I have a whole slew of whole new questions for her, by the way. I've actually thought of a bunch of new ones for her.
Yeah, we got to back it off and let them talk a little bit. We're just with poor Adrian. God, it was just question. I mean, it was like the rapid fire round for him.
Yeah. And as soon as he got the word out, we just jumped all over it anyway. Sorry, dude. We were a little excited to have you on.
He did well. It's a good episode. I like it. And his song appears on it twice and will keep appearing as many times as I can make it happen.
So are we going to use his thing for us as like an intro song or something?
I'm thinking for a little while, yeah.
I think we definitely should
because
we got fucking named in a song, man. Like we got to use that shit.
But what I want to see, what I can do is if I can work different lines of us in it, like not just use that same, like still use his rap, but you know how it starts with us talking? Maybe have it start with us, like a different us talking. I don't know. This is stupid. Let's talk about this later. Okay. It's a good song. Everybody go to ericandgord.com and listen to our song by Adrian, or go to DeBarros on wherever DeBarros is, SoundCloud, YouTube, SoundCloud. Those are the ones he likes. Don't do that though. Go to Spotify. Listen to him. Is he on Spotify? I don't know.
Yes, he is.
Okay, go to Spotify and listen to him.
That's where I was listening to him on. So
Spotify's good shit.
No, the one thing I actually, just because we're talking about it, one thing I didn't necessarily like, I barely danced around the issue, but that when I brought up that interview he did on Spotify with that British dude,
yeah,
that was like hands down, like God bless Adrian for being able to hold up his own for the interview, because that dude's fucking voice and his interview style was horrible.
Oh really?
Oh, it was so dry and just no excitement, no nothing. Like it was just, oh my God, it was painful. I was like, he would ask a question, I'm like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Then here's your talk, I'm like, yay.
I gotta hear this guy. I love that.
Man. It was, I don't know, maybe I'm off, but I just found it just sounded brutal to me.
I don't want to be arrogant or about it, because I certainly have no right to be, but not everybody can do this. Like anybody can do this, but realistically, not anybody can do this. Like
no, it's fair. Some
people just can't.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that would be terrible at it. I knew you would be fantastic. It's it's not for everyone, but God bless you all for trying.
And keep trying, because the more you guys try, the better we sound.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Right. Keep it up. If a few more of you could get shittier, that would really help.
That would really be a big plus for us. Thank you.
If you're just really sick of putting in the effort, just do a couple real bad ones for us. That would be great. A mental breakdown on one of your podcasts would be fantastic. A live one.
No, fuck that. A live mental breakdown, that would be a huge hit. Please don't do that. Just be boring.
Oh, that's yeah. You get.
Let us do the mental breakdown. Yeah, we need to do a mental breakdown. That would work.
I'm thinking we should do a live one right away here. And not like now. I don't mean right away. Like, go do your hair. I mean, like right away in the next couple of days or weeks or something. Sometime when it's just us hanging out. I got some criticism saying we have to quit telling stories about our youth.
Why? They're so exciting and fun.
Apparently they're not.
Is that one person?
We have to shorten them up. It's actually been more than one person. So.
God damn it.
But
half the reason why I like doing this show is to be able to talk about the shit we've done. Oh well.
Oh,
We'll be more picky and choosy about it.
who is this creepy guy? Oh, he's pentagrams and stuff. I gotta not look at Facebook when I do this. So yeah, Epstein's dead. That's a good thing. And hey, people say that suicide is like the coward's way out. Yeah, okay, cool, whatever. Maybe tell that to more cowards, or maybe tell more of these assholes that being cowardly is not such a bad thing. Just save us the trouble of killing them.
Right?
Like,
Exactly.
if they want to take themselves out, great.
You know, I had a conversation. Do I name the person? I shouldn't name the person directly, just because I know there's friends of this person that listen. I had a conversation with a person that I'm very close to, and we were talking about the kids getting told that they can't run a fucking lawn cutting business and the lemonade stand thing.
Yeah.
And this person was like, like we were talking about how basically how shitty it is and how it's, it's the detriment of society and a lot of these kids have a business, blah, blah, blah. And I ended up going off a bit of a tangent saying it's the parents that are ruining these kids and blah, blah, making the kids so much worse. And I said, this is why they need to eliminate warning labels on things so we can get rid of these stupid, weak-minded people. And this person started getting like, I can't believe you would say that. Like, the kids are going to be the one that'll suffer because the kids will be the one that'll drink the bleach or whatever. I'm like, yeah, but that's not because of the lack of warning labels. It's because of the stupid parents. No kid is going to pick up a jug of bleach if they're going to drink it anyways and then see the warning label and not drink it. That's why they don't drink it because of that. They don't drink it because they get caught. And the parents stop them, or the parents teach them. If the parents don't teach them, well, do you really want a kid that's that dumb being out there? I don't. Man, this person was just not impressed with me in the slightest. Can't believe that's what you think. Well, look at it this way. The animal kingdom, if you have a sick or dying animal in the pack, you know what they do? They keep that one around until the threat comes. As soon as the threat comes, what do? They run away from the sick one.
Exactly.
They let them feed on that so the rest of the pack stays stronger. If the human race goes the opposite way and we protect the stupid and the weak, so that we can have a dumber, weaker society so everybody balances out. I said, see, that's not the way you're supposed to do it.
And I hate to sound...
You would say that.
I hate to sound like a group of comics that I don't particularly like, but you can't deny it. You can't cure stupid.
No, you just can't.
You can't fix stupid. Stupid, that's a thing that's for life. And you might not have stupid kids just because you're stupid. Sometimes it skips a generation.
One can always hope.
But, no, you don't want stupid kids. That scares the crap out of me. I didn't want stupid or ugly kids.
Ugly, at least that means if they're ugly, there's a good chance they'll be smart.
Yeah, but then you got to lie to them their whole life. And I didn't want to have to lie.
Well, no, you just change your wording. Instead of saying you're so cute, you're so beautiful, you say, God, you're so smart.
Yeah. But you know what you're really saying.
You have such a great personality.
You know what you're really saying to your kids. It's, just like when you tell your kid, oh, you can be anything you want. No, it's not true. It's not at all. But you lie and you tell them that. But stupid. I was more worried about stupid. I could get over ugly.
Yeah. Ugly can be fixed with plastic surgery. Stupid can't be fixed.
That's true. And I would do it for my children if they were. Thank God they're genetically, like at least 50% genetically guaranteed to be hot shit. But I'm only going to have the one, most likely. So doesn't matter anyway.
No.
I like this.
And you did good with the first one, so that's okay.
Yeah, she's going to be super smart and pretty. I'm not going to very much for a few years.
She hits the teenagers, you're fucked.
I'm hopefully not really around mentally by the time that happens. Like, I'm sure if I don't have a massive coronary, Alzheimer's isn't far off. I'm thinking it's kick in about 45. Like when I'm your age, I'll start this show.
Great.
This show will just be getting, like, finally making it somewhere. And I'll start forgetting what the hell I'm talking about. And every episode will be the same. And you won't have the heart to tell me. It'll be great.
I just don't pay attention enough to ever notice. not Alzheimer's. It's just stupidity.
Oh yeah, sure, thank you. That's fantastic. He knows that I don't do much for. I skipped dinner to get here on time, and there's the Karma guy. Gave me a sandwich. So
Oh, nice.
thank you, Karma.
Thank you,
And,
Karma Guy.
namely people at the Carnegie. I'm not going to eat on the show because I've done that a couple of times and it never works well.
Dumb. No, sorry.
Couple of great quotes I found today that I really like. You know this storming Area 51 god awful nonsense that's going on.
Yeah.
I saw a really great suggestion today. It says, let's just send sex offenders to Area 51. Aliens versus predators.
That's fantastic.
That's pretty good.
The true fight for survival, because if the aliens don't win, they're fucked. Terribly funny.
What is... Oh, God. It's a horrible picture of a... Oh, that's pretty funny. This is right up your alley. I'm going to actually forward this to you.
What is it?
It's a picture of a tombstone with a Ouija board on it. Like the epitaph is a Ouija board. It says,
Oh, good God.
So when you visit my grave, you can ask how I'm doing.
Somebody has that as a Ouija board as a thing on their hardwood floor, and it says, "Yeah, this is a great idea until Roomba summons the devil."
It's not wrong. I don't trust them.
No, I've used one. I'm terrified of the things, and I'm not scared of nothing, but I'm scared of them.
This guy's got some good ones. I'm gonna open a coffee shop called I Hate Mornings, and the names of the coffees are gonna be like "fuck off" and "I hate my job." And and every cup of coffee will be served with a shot of tequila. Now that's a good idea.
That's not bad at all.
Have a coffee shop where everything on the menu is an insult. You just walk up. How are you? Fuck off.
Triple shot of espresso. Gotcha. Okay.
Good stuff. I don't know. I'm just finding boring stuff to read. Hey, if you guys have something more exciting you want us to talk about, why don't you head on over to the soon-to-be-defunct ericandgord.com and go to the contact page and talk about something yourself.
Yeah, give us a topic. We actually could use some help lately because neither of us have been bothering to keep up with anything.
I will get right back to work tomorrow. It's just I'm exhausted from this week of exciting shows we did. I was almost going to take tonight off, and then I thought, no, I can't do that. But I could have used it.
And by the sounds of what we're talking about so far, probably would have been a good idea.
Yeah, couldn't hurt. But there's big exciting news coming up for all you Eric and Gord fans, i.e. Something to do with the website. I'm not going to say what. And maybe a big transition with our host. We might be launching something soon. Actually, we did. Go check out Launchpad DM. It's a great site, and it's part of the Podcast One family, who are a big. They're like the kind of brass ring of podcasting right now, and very cool to be involved with them, and cool that they're setting up a free thing for us young guys, or new guys, I guess I should say. So check that out.
I was gonna say
Launchpad DM.
Have you had a chance to give out our fucking prizes yet?
I couldn't get a hold of anybody.
You lying sack of shit.
Because of my phone situation. I'm going with that. Yeah, I've been pursuing it. I will get them all. They're all safe. They're good. No, I sold them all as soon as I got them. You know that.
I'm not going to say that I'm worried about that, but I'm worried about that. I don't have any more barbecue sets to give away.
All our prizes got stolen. I can't do a show tonight. Bye. No, that's not going to happen. I may be in the market for a new computer, though, soon. Because I'm thinking I kind of got this one dirty. I'm going to try to clean it up tonight, but I got some kind of virus in this thing that is making it not act nice.
Oh, shitty.
So, well, I've been to some dirty places lately. It's not its fault by any means. I took it places it didn't want to go, and this is the punishment.
I still remember years ago with my home computer, I was checking out a whole bunch of random weird porn sites, and somehow, I'm not going to say, well, I clicked on the wrong link, and the next thing you know, I had this very strange virus hit my computer that even when you turn the computer off, there is a Russian voice coming through the speaker speaking a monotone, and it was absolutely horrifically terrifying. And nothing worked. So I took it to my buddy. I'm like, dude, because he runs a computer store. I'm like, here, I don't know what I did, but it doesn't work. And as soon as he plugged it at his work, and he's got like a full-on like multi-leveled secure system, as soon as he plugged my computer in, the entire store was infected. Everything. It's like it was that bad. Turns out he ended up getting an article in Wired magazine because he was the first person to crack this Russian virus that was going around. So he ended up cracking the code and beat it, but it took a lot of effort. He had it for like weeks.
Can I say to everyone who knows anything about computers, go fuck yourselves. Why do these things exist? Why do you just maliciously hurt? Like, these aren't like natural viruses. Someone invents these and puts them there.
Yeah, and they don't. It's not like they steal your information. They just fuck things up.
Yeah, no, they just ruin your computer. I got one in my mom's house. Visiting my mom, just for randomly, first time in like 4 years, just destroy her computer and leave. Good to see you, Mom. Bye. And it was just
computer anymore.
It literally just like died. It just like wouldn't do anything. I don't know what the hell I did to it. But why does that exist? Why is that a possibility? And the only thing you can't illegally download very well is virus protection.
Yeah, that doesn't make any bit of sense.
That should be the first thing they put out there for free download.
And I also discovered last night that apparently I cleared because my computer's running super slow. So I'm like, I should probably clear my history because I hadn't cleared my history since I moved here. So I thought, fuck, I didn't clear my history out. So I cleared the history, and when I did that, my I must have cleared something out on my computer because my the torrent site that I use for downloading and the one that actually picks up the downloads just stopped working. So I uninstalled it, reinstalled it. It just refused to work, and nothing was working. I'm thinking, oh no, I can't download anymore. No, it's like paranoid and freaked out, and I had to go through a third site. Now it works better than it ever has before, so I'm pretty stoked. But Jesus Christ. All I did was clear my history. How is that supposed to affect your computer in a negative way?
I might have to get your advice then, because the ones I use, I think, are maybe not the best ones.
Oh, one I'm using right now is fantastic. I'll send you the link for it.
Like I use the what's it called? I think it's called like viraltorrent.foc and torrent/yourharddrive.boo.
And click on this and watch what happens.org.
And it's always something like not cool. Like there was one I caught, like it was I don't know what it was, but it was a virus, and I kind of saw it happening. It's a long time ago, so you can kind of get ahead of it.
Yeah.
And beat it. And that's always fun. That's cool. You feel like super cool when you do that. But these ones that are like zero net virus, these are dirty viruses. They just fuck your shit up for no reason. And why is that fun for people? Like you don't get to see it happen.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you don't even get to enjoy your work. And that's what makes no sense. Like if at least I'm going to do that, I'm going to have be able to hack into the person's webcam and watch them panic and freak out when shit stops working.
And the thing that really gets me, these aren't like James Bond movie villains, right? These aren't guys our age who are better at the world. These are 12-year-old little fucking shits doing this to us because they're smarter than us and they think it's funny.
Little bastards.
Like if it was some James Bond European guy with a weird accent who hates the media or something, then it's acceptable. I can deal with that.
Yeah.
But it's just some shitty kid who's mad because some guy called the cops when he tried to mow a lawn. That's not
And
right.
again, you don't hit the police systems. You hit us. The fuck is your problem?
Oh, yeah, that's always the way.
Hell.
That bugs me. That bugs me a lot. That's little kids. It's not even like the fat guy living with. No, that guy's not doing it. He's just playing video games. He doesn't care.
No.
It's always the
Some
little
skinny
kids.
little prick.
Because his dad doesn't take him to a baseball game or something. Sets him right off.
Meanwhile, I got forced to go to baseball games. I would have set a virus to keep me from going.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Sometimes, kids, you got to be careful what you ask for, you know. Fuck. I hated, like, fuck, when I was a kid, man. My uncle used to take me to the baseball game to see the Blue Jays play all the time. It's like, well, it was like usually like every year for my birthday, he would always take me. And I mean, God bless him. It was a nice gesture. And it's a nice way to go out, sort of bond and whatever else. But we were always in the fucking nosebleeds at the top of the grandstand in the far back corner where you'd hear the crack of the bat and the guard's already on third. You know what I mean? Like, it was so far away that it took that long for the sound to travel.
That's pretty awesome.
God, it was annoying. Crack! Oh, he hit the ball. Oh, he's already at home plate. Son of a bitch, that was fast.
What are we watching?
Right.
Your sound just got all weird. I just want to make sure we're still okay and recording fine and everything here. I don't know. I'm so paranoid about everything nowadays. Just because there's a couple of episodes. Oh, no, we're good. Yeah,
We're all
sporting
good.
events. Sporting events in general, I don't enjoy going to. I like the occasional football game, but even then, I'd rather watch it on TV. To be honest.
Yeah. Like, I had fun. Like, I mean, I only went to a few hockey games, and my true joy when I went and saw the Leafs play. We got the company that my ex-wife worked for had season tickets, and so we would get the tickets because nobody ever wanted to go to the exhibition games, the preseason games.
Yeah.
So we would scoop those things up, and first time we went, my ex, because I don't watch sports at home, and my ex was like, "Holy shit!" Like I'm doing the play-by-play, and I'm just started doing my own commentary because I can't shut up. And she's like, wow, like, you actually know a lot about fucking hockey. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm a fucking Canadian boy. Of course I know hockey. I mean, like, I grew up playing it. But my biggest joy was sitting down, and it was between periods, and some newscaster had come out, and he was sitting down, like, he was about maybe 20 rows from me. And he's got the TV on him, and he's doing his broadcast. And I just start yelling in the background, "Fuck you! Eat pussy! Cocksucker!" And I'm just yelling at the top of my lungs. The guy keeps giving me these dirty looks like, "Would you shut up?" sort of thing. But I kept it going. So finally he leaves, disappears, comes up, shows up at the opposite side of the rink, and he's doing the broadcast. So I turn around and I just grab my fucking brochure thing and I turn into like a megaphone and I start yelling it at him some more. Next thing you know, he disappeared. He gave me the finger and he disappeared. And then he turned up in the press boxes upstairs behind the glass, so he couldn't hear me anymore. I just ruined his fucking day. That was great.
That's pretty awesome. I don't know. I just don't see the point. But I went to a NASCAR event.
Yeah, I've been to one of those.
That's an exciting thing for the first 3 laps.
Yeah, right?
And then it's 4 hours of sitting in the hot sun with nowhere to hide from no source of shade whatsoever, and just watching these guys drive in a circle. And it looks fast on TV. They do that with camera tricks.
That's right.
They put the camera all angled under the wheels, so you see the wheels zooming by you. And that's neat when you're 30 rows up in the stands, wedged between a bunch of people that have been sitting there in 8 hours with no deodorant. And they're just driving. They don't look fast at all. They look like they're going at a very reasonable speed in a circle.
The worst is Formula One, because at least with NASCAR, you can see them at all times. Formula One, you only see them when they're in front of you.
See, that's my whole thing about
it's a weaving course.
All these people that go and stand on the side of the road for like rally races and stuff. And the cars go, and that's it.
Yeah,
they don't come back. Like
it's once.
The Tour de France. All these people, there they go. Okay, well, we got to get home and see who's winning or racing now. We don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we're just standing on the side of the road for no reason.
Till some dude on a bike rides by, like, "Yay!"
Yeah, and then that's it. That's the end. That's your excitement for the year.
Yeah.
This is one of those awesome ones when some idiot walks out in front of them, and then like 35 of the bikes flip over. I love that. And some idiot trying to snap pictures and accidentally step onto the track and just destroy 100 of their lives. And it's great. And I don't know why that 100th guy doesn't see it coming.
Well, that's just it. I mean, that's part of the sport of it, right? Is the dumb people.
Hey, what's that big pile up on the track there? Kind of looks like spokes and my friends. Oh.
I'm going to keep heading at top speed.
Yeah. I bet you it's one of those optical illusions caused by fatigue.
Right.
If I just go faster, it'll help.
I'll go right through it and it'll be like nothing happened.
Doesn't work when
I went to the Formula One, we were sitting by the start finish line. So that part is somewhat exciting because, you know, like everybody's racing to the finish. So if there's anything close, you always get that last little rush. But there was a hairpin turn right before this straightaway. And I can't remember how many laps into it because I wasn't paying that much attention to it. But partway into the race, all of a sudden, like one guy just doesn't hit the corner, goes straight, slams into the fence, and like 6 cars follow him. Boom, 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 boom. Like, yay! That's our excitement for the day. There it is, boys.
That is exciting.
Now, my favorite memory of that whole bike, by the way, because I went with my dad and my dad's friend, Tom. I can talk with both of them because they both passed away. So I can talk shit all I want now. But one of the things is both my dad and Tom, they both love to drink. And especially, well, when they're awake. And we were sitting there and my dad had his binoculars and Tom had these binoculars that were like 1.5 feet long. These things were huge. And I couldn't understand, like, you're at Formula One, like, you can only see in front of you. It's like not like you're going to be able to see the other side of the track. It's all you can see is in front of you. Like, what are you trying to look like? Count as sweat glands? I couldn't figure it out. So when we get into the security gate, the guy's checking everything. When you have your binoculars, they check the binoculars to make sure they're not fake, right?
Right.
And so he checks Tom's. Yep, they're good. Checks my dad's. Yep, they're good. Okay, perfect. Off we go. When we sit down, my dad turns me, hands me like a fucking $40. He goes, "Go down and grab us a bunch of pops." So we don't know. Grab some pops, come back, and I hand to my dad. Tom pulls out his binoculars. They were fully functioning, high-powered binoculars, but the entire inside of them were completely hollowed out for booze.
That's awesome.
And he's still stuck in alcohol. It was amazing. Like, it's like half a 40-ouncer. It's like so much alcohol. This is great.
I used to have a pair of flip-flops, and each one took a half a Mickey. They were really expensive, but they were well worth it.
I had a leather jacket that could hold 15 bottles of beer.
Well, that's unhealthy. And don't take bottles. They break so easily.
Well, I discovered that when I went on the zipper ride at the fall fair one year. And I wore my jacket full of it. And we got up and spun around. And a bunch of them fell out and shattered glass and beer on the guys below us.
Oh, my Lord.
They stopped the ride and they hauled off and charged the guys below us for drinking. And I got away scot-free.
As every good alcoholic story should end.
Right. Somebody else got burned.
Somebody else got burned. I got off scot-free. And now I'm admitting it on public radio.
I've been admitting that story for years. That was like, as soon as I got out, I'm like, did you guys see that happen? I lost 5 beers, but it was so worth it. And they're all like, dude, you don't understand. When they came out, the cops were waiting for them. They literally got charged. I'm like, yes.
This is where I could definitely agree with some people that maybe some stories we shouldn't be telling because we put so much out there now. Like there's just no denying anything anymore. I have no problem with it because I've never really denied much to begin with. But
what are you gonna do? Charge me with what?
Yeah,
alcohol in a park from 25 years ago? Good fucking luck. I'm pretty sure the statute of limitations have fucking peaked on that one, buddy.
The statute of anybody carrying has peaked on that one. Like they're not coming after Eric and Gord for drinking in a park.
No.
We're gonna have far more monumental things for them to come after me for once I start making a couple of bucks. Don't worry.
This is when I get to do the classic Eminem line and go, I'm only kidding, America. I love you.
I've said from day one I love America. I can't wait to get famous and go screw up their country for a change. And now we've made so many friends there in the last couple of weeks that I've got places to stay while I do it.
Exactly.
It's going to be a fun trip. I'm at such a loss here. How far are we into this here? When do we get to end tonight?
I don't know, but I'll have a counter on mine, so I have no idea.
Oh, you don't?
No, mine doesn't show a counter.
Yeah, we're still a little shy.
Maybe we'll finally release a short episode. I don't know.
You know what? We've had a few over the. I saw a couple that were under 60 minutes, way back when.
Oh my god, that podcast site that I'm on. Somebody was asking about like how long should the length of episode be, and this one chick gets on. She's like, "I keep mine at under 5 minutes." I'm like, "What's the point?"
Yeah, how do you even you push record and you say hi and you're done? Hi, this is my podcast. Okay, see you next time.
Right? The fuck? What could you possibly say that has any merit, anything of interest or point in 5 minutes?
I have no idea.
Like,
Remember they had that contest. There was an Australian contest last year. You had to come up with a 2-minute podcast, and I couldn't do it.
No.
I couldn't come in under 4, no matter what I tried to do.
No, all you could do is just do your intro, me laughing about it, and that's it. There's 2 minutes.
Yeah, that would be the end of it. No, the first 2 minutes is us deciding what we're going to talk about. Followed by
come on, that's usually 15.
That's a good idea. No, let me tell you guys, there's no rules. Don't listen to these Facebook people. Find a link that works for you. I've done a little bit of research and found that people are quite satisfied with the length of me and Gord's show. Although if you listen to these people who say, "Oh, anything over 45 minutes is suicide," no one will ever listen over 45 minutes. Well, we put all the good shit at the end, so if you don't, you're missing out.
Yeah, exactly.
The first 45, like this isn't really us. Anyone who turns it off after 45 minutes, you're not getting the real show. That's what we call a warm-up show.
Yeah. It takes us a while to get into it.
You know, there's at least one person somewhere in Virginia going, "God damn it, I've been ripped off this whole time." I only listened to the first 45.
And if you ever listen to a podcast and you're skipping through sections, you're missing a lot because you might catch part of a conversation, but it's the lead up of how we got to that point, which is the 25 minutes before that, that makes it so interesting.
It's not good programming. We're supposed to come up with that in a meeting before the episode.
Or when we hit record, whatever.
That's what they usually call like the writers, the writing. That's the part we're not doing. No, these rules are hilarious, and the more our listeners go up by 500 a week, as they did this week, the more I love trolling these groups and just laughing, not at them, like I don't say anything, but just laughing at all these rules. You need this $10,000 microphone and you have to be in a sealed vault on the space station so you hear no noise whatsoever. It's like, no. Do it with
cars whizzing by me.
I got a $2 rock band mic and I do it in literally the noisiest community center you can imagine, where I've got my Chinese cheerleaders downstairs that just go ballistic when I'm down there.
And if it's not that, it's out in the street hearing the fucking sirens going by. That's great. We had the what did he say?
Someone's cheering your name. I thought it was great when we had the biggest interviewer of our lives, and half of them came up here to make noise for me. Thanks, guys.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
But thank God, Adrian was a good sport about it, and everybody is. That's the thing. I've said from day one, if you have good quality content, no one's gonna mind if it sounds a little like. Have you ever listened to your favorite star on the radio and thought, "Oh, that was terrible. I can't listen to this. The quality's not good enough." Like the quality of the radio, that's part of the fun of being on the radio. You never know what quality you're going to get.
Do you know one TV show that is huge is TMZ? Have you ever listened to half the people when they're talking to them? All you hear is of the wind going by.
And that's a web show. That's like the if you ever go on their website, it's terrible.
Yeah.
That's a gigantic show. I would
It makes me laugh.
They're going to love us. Yeah, if that's still on when I'm a little slightly more famous than I am now, they are going to love me. I'm
I was
surprised.
gonna say the day we get into an actual studio, sit across from each other, and start doing this, like a real sound studio, we're just gonna be looking at each other, going, "It's way too fucking quiet, man.
Oh yeah,
There's nothing going wrong. What the fuck are we gonna do with ourselves?"
oh yeah, and we'll just that would be great. We get in a room, get a big expensive studio, and just nothing to say. Just crickets the whole time. How you doing? Good, good.
We'll just
Beard-
drag half the equipment outside to the street and start going to what we did anyways.
Your beard looks
Fucking
good.
Eric, I'm going outside. I'll call you. Okay.
I gotta find a train. Where's your noisiest train station? Quick, go find me a phone that doesn't work right.
Exactly. Go find me a phone so I can hawk it.
Does anybody here drive an ambulance? Can you do it the whole time we're on the air? That would really...
Just right up and down in front of us, or just park beside us a whale away. That'd be great.
I'm beside a window tonight for the first time. That I normally don't get that. I'm usually down a dark hallway at the end, just being creepy behind my laptop. But I'm right by a window. It's like a real studio. I like it.
Is there anything interesting going on outside the window?
There really isn't. I was hoping there was. There's like 6 pigeons shitting a lot.
Nobody throwing anything at you from another window? No.
Not yet. No, that was a good one. I gotta go back. I gotta do a greatest hits kind of a thing. A nice little retrospective of season 2 where we go back. That was amazing.
Oh god, some of those episodes were so much fun.
I got egged. Who egged? Just out of nowhere. That's great.
You know, not too long after I moved to BC, I was the first apartment I was living in. I'm in my bedroom one day, and I'm just sort of sitting there, and I'm looked out because right outside my bedroom window was literally another apartment right beside me, like 3 fucking feet away. And there's a guy that had the apartment down, like, because I was on the 2nd floor. There's a guy on the 1st floor down below ground level, and his bedroom window was this huge long window, and he always had a curtain. Well, then I guess he moved out, and some looking like pretty hot chick moved in. And one night I'm just sitting there, I'm just hanging out my window, and I was on the phone with somebody, and I'm looking at the window, I'm like, holy shit. The person on the phone was like, what? I'm like, there's a chick in the bedroom across from me masturbating. This is great. So I just sat there and watched it for like half an hour. It was spectacular. And I know she saw me. I mean, how could you not, you know?
I just noticed the wall right directly across from me. Like, it says "I love you."
Aw.
I'm pretty sure it's not directed at me, but you never know.
Yeah. Well, let's
never
assume that it is.
And no, that's the only exciting. This is probably the boringest episode we've done in a long, long time.
We've said that like 10 times in the last like 2 months.
Yeah, actually, every time we say that, someone corrects us and goes, "No, no, not that it's not." That would be no, it's not. You guys have done way boringer ones than this. No, they tell me I'm wrong, and it's interesting, so that's good.
I always think that these are the episodes when we have this type of show where we have nothing specifically to talk about. It's going to randomly just talk about whatever. These are the episodes that remind me of the day that Howard Stern found his voice, which is when he did a plug. He's like, oh yeah, come down to this place because I've been going there since I was a kid, and it's an amazing place. He's got the whole family. It's great, and so this place is having its grand opening this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's like, so I just got busted. He just sort of goes on about how he just got caught, and he was really ashamed of himself. And then his wife was like, no, like you don't understand. That was real. That was good because you weren't radio guy. You were just Howard, and that was awesome. So that's why I think of us when we do that.
That's why I think of. Oh, I missed it. There he is. There you go. Oh, did you? I guess you don't hear that, do you? Did you hear that at all? No, really?
Not at all.
He's not coming through my microphone. That's weird. Oh, I know why. Never mind. It'll come through on the episode though, and that's great.
Okay. But what did you say?
It's Wilford Brimley again.
Oh, diabetes.
He's my goat. He's always funny. He's always my go-to when we do this stuff. We do have what I should be doing is looking up what's coming up this week and exciting everybody with that. Pardon me? Neil's a go. Okay, I've got. Is that this week? All right, we've got Neil Magnuson this week, who is the Cannabis Substitution Project. He's the The newer, I think, much more palatable and convincing ancestor to Mark Emery.
Yes.
Sorry, I took a huge, forgot what I was saying there for a minute. He's a great guy. He's really interesting to talk about and has a good message to spread. And now's the time to do it, leading up to the most abysmal election we're ever going to have.
I've lost so much interest in our election for this. I can't wait for the next one where we actually run.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess we're not probably doing it this time. I don't think anyone's voting for us anyway, but it's still on the website. People can still vote for us. We're also going to try to have Casey Gonzalez back and try to do an episode that I don't ruin. He was a great guest too, and
he's one of those guests that you can come on where you actually don't have to speak, because I would literally just talk to him nonstop because it's about food.
Yeah, I didn't talk very much. I got him to admit that the Jersey Shore kids were assholes, and that's I've got the one big question for all of them, and they've all really done well for me. Like what's her name said, vegans were retarded,
and I got her to swear.
And Adrian said hip hop was shit, except for him. He did not in so many words, but you know what he was saying. I do love that guy's ego, though. He's pretty confident in himself, and I love that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And then there's Christy Ogle, who decided that she wasn't a good fit for our show.
Yes.
Because she doesn't like more business and being popular, apparently. So that's cool. We'll go back to being blonde and stupid.
Ouch.
Whatever. You just stand me up on a Friday night? I'm not going to be nice about it.
You know, Christy, I mean, I hope you are listening, because we'll still have you on. We're going to rip the shit out of you. But
first of all, she's not listening. It's just like her excuse is, I represent hundreds of families. And I go on her website and I look at where the franchises are. I'm like, are you sure? Or is it just hundreds of members of your family? Because all the franchises are like 4 feet from each other. I'm pretty sure. But I did tell her you'd like to talk to her about running a small business. So she's going to call you.
Okay.
I just said, because that's what I was interested to hear what she could teach me about. And, you know, like what Mira Desi, the ingredient guru,
yep.
She's the coolest nutritionist ever now. Like, all these kids through the States who listen to us every night think she's the cool nutritionist.
Yeah.
It was a ballsy thing for her to do, but she went out on a limb, and it doesn't make her look bad to her demographic. It makes her look good to ours, and that's what this Chrissy lady doesn't get. She just, now 10,000 people think she's kind of not very cool. I was going to say something mean, but I've already said enough of but ever going to your sometimes spouse thing, which, come on, that just sounds like, that sounds like Ashley Madison kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Ashley Madison?
Ashley Madison, yeah, that was the one.
Yeah, that's what that sounds like. Sometimes spouse. That's a terrible business name. There's one here. It's the exact same business. Like, this isn't. They're everywhere, and there's one here.
And it's been around forever.
Yeah, there's one here that's been around for 15 years. It's the husband for a day.
Yeah.
It's the exact same business model.
Yeah.
It's just that sounds better. Oh, a husband for a day, not sometimes I'm cheating on my wife.
Sometimes.
Whatever. You could learn business from me, lady.
Yeah.
Now
how much have you spent on yours? Because I know how little we spent.
Yeah, right. I've started this. It's literally worth $11. That's what I put in. How much did you put into your cheating business, lady? All right, I should leave her alone. She's not coming on now.
No, definitely not. No, that bridge is burned.
If she was thinking about coming back, she's not. If she listens to this one, so I'll figure out a way. I'll only put it on like paid sites or something. That's the premium content. You want to buy the paid ones because we're talking about you.
That's when we would talk shit about our former guests. That never
Oh my god, that's brilliant. That I just occupied my whole night with that. I'm gonna put up a paywall. We're gonna have premium episodes. Like you can do on Castbox, everybody. Castbox.fm, you can have premium content. We can have like paid episodes and free episodes on there. So it's who would only listen to the free ones when we just spend those telling them we're talking about them in the paid ones? We'll be rich.
Those will be the episodes where I don't swear. That'll be the premium.
You don't
You
swear.
get to hear
and
me.
You don't swear, and I'm nice and intelligent the whole time. That's the premium content.
People just like, who the fuck are these guys? It
They
sounds like their voices, but
They sound all nice, no background noise. There's good music. We talk about books.
and that don't start with the word Playboy.
Yeah, right. And I'll call you Gordon.
Yeah, right. And I'll call you Eric. I don't know how that works.
No,
I have no way to make you sound fancy.
I don't sound fancy, but you can't. You also can't my name, which I hate names like Billy or Tommy. You can't.
Eric-y.
You can't me.
No.
You can be Gordy.
Oh yeah, I can be Gordy, Gordo. Yeah.
Can't do that to my name. It's just Eric. You can't mess with it. You can't shorten it. You can't lengthen. Nothing. It's just is what it is. Of course, my parents blessed me with the age Hunt right afterwards. So
At least they didn't call you Mike.
they beat me at my own game there. Hey, let's make a name you totally can't mess with, and then put a dirty word for vagina instead. Thanks. That's helpful, parents.
That's great. Thanks.
But to top it off, I was fat and poor, so it was a great job.
Eric the Pork Hunt. There it is.
That's going to be a children's book one day.
Eric the Pork Hunt. A story by a pussy. That's spectacular.
Oh, that's terrible. Kids, buy our new children's book. It's coming out this Christmas. But it'll be right in tandem with the Eric and Gord movie, which I've been told we have to come up with a good title for. Then that might be a new contest after Labor Day, naming the robots and their little show.
Oh, Jesus.
That was a fan request. So
Was it really?
yeah, that wasn't.
Okay.
I didn't because they asked me what the movie's going to be called, and I said I don't know, the Eric and Gord movie with robots.
See, I think that's perfect. The Eric and Gord movie with robots. Fuck you. You come up with something better.
It's going to incorporate the laser of truth somewhere in the title, I'm sure.
Playing with balls. I don't know.
Something about the laser of truth. Shooting balls with the laser of truth.
There you go.
I don't know. It's going to be something. I wanted the laser of truth in the movie. That's why. It's a good movie. I still haven't got you the intro, the trailer, have I?
No, you have not.
I'm doing that right now, and then we're going to say.
I keep hearing about that. You've said that the last 6 episodes.
You know what happened is I went. Oh yeah, by the way, I wrote a song for a guy today. He really loved it, so that was good. Listen to I forget what it's called, the Joker Lap. It's a podcast on some site. I'll figure it out. But I wrote him a song, and he was really happy about it.
Cool.
Song's called the Joker Lap. It's like a racing car podcast, which you really can do it all. Like there's a podcast for everything, and this is like about like I don't know how they do car crashes on the radio. I don't know how that's interesting. It'd just be like, yeah, it would be a bunch of guys going, "Oh, that looked really bad. It's too bad you couldn't see it because you're on the radio, idiot."
Hang on, we're gonna rewind that and play it in slow motion. Ooh,
it's like it'd be like the Antiques Roadshow on the radio. What would be?
That's the point.
Oh, did you see that? No, of course not, idiot.
Wow, look at the way that looks.
But it's got a fantastic song now.
That's the important thing.
And then he made me shorten it. I love that about these guys. Oh, that's a great song. Can you make it 11 seconds? No, you can't. That's like you and your 5-minute podcast. They don't work that way.
When your song is longer than your podcast, that's just not good.
Well, that's the problem. He's like, can you make this song 11 seconds long? And I was like, well, the first 6 seconds is like just the cool intro. Doesn't even get to the song. Then you just want the end. It's well, whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole thing is once they have that song, they can cut it up as much as they want.
Well, apparently not, because it's better to get me to do it for free.
Wow.
No, he's nothing. I should. He doesn't listen to my show. He's too busy making his own with car crashes. So he's not listening to me complain about it. It was just, I don't know. These guys, like a professional jingle writer gets like $600 for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I do not. These guys are not paying that because there's 700,000 of me rallying for this one job. I've had to drop my prices significantly. But it doesn't matter. Really, if I was in it for the money, I wouldn't be talking about other people and who I'm waiting money from. That's because I probably should be insulting the people I'm waiting to get checks from. Maybe don't give them. Anyway, I can't find your movie.
Oh shit!
It's here somewhere. But you have no idea the stuff that's on my computer, Gord. It's not pretty.
Well, no, it's probably a lot of porn.
You know what? There's actually none except the stuff that came with the computer when I bought it. I don't have time for porn.
Yes,
There's
true.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's 11 different versions of the 11-second song I wrote for this guy. You never know. It's like, you know how it is. You get in the studio and you're like, oh, this needs like a Rhodes piano. Why? Let's see what this sounds like if I do it in wine glasses filled with water at various heights. Go get me a rubber chicken and a tuning fork. I don't know. I come out. I have to do 11 different versions before I send them the first one I did every time.
So if you ever got to the point where you had like in the sense of like unlimited funds to record, you would be the Axl Rose.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm going to spend 12 years writing one album.
Well, it's been 10 years since the last Rocky Fortune album. That only had 3 songs on it. And this one's still not completed. It was supposed to be 9 songs. I started it July of last year.
And how many songs have you written?
In total, complete, written and recorded, I think 3. But I keep changing. I keep changing them. They're good though.
When I record, I just literally I'll write out like whatever comes out. Boom, there's a song. I'm like, okay, it's done.
That's a good way to do it. That's a better way to do it. I could learn a lot from you. But no, and now I've got unlimited tracks, so I use them. This needs a 24-part harmony. You can't hear 22 of them.
No.
So I can only sing in 2 octaves.
See, that's the thing I could never do. Like, I remember all the times I've been in the studio, which is 3 times, but all 3 times I've been in the studio, because the 3rd time I was the seasoned vet in the band, because I've recorded twice at that point. So everybody's looking to me for like advice, and so Gord, we gotta get this, and what do you do? So we, get in the studio, tune up. I just play with my amp, so I know what it sounds like in front of me. And the guy in the booth is like, "Okay, man." He goes, "So do you want to hear it sound like?" No, I'm standing in fucking front of it. Just hit record. And the guys in the band are like, "What?" The drummer spent like 2 hours doing this drum sound. And Gord just plugged in, hit play, just plugged in, strummed. Okay, perfect. I'm ready. What do you want to know what it sounds like? No.
No, I'm good. And that was you. You were playing bass at the time?
Let me see. The 3rd time, I was playing bass. I was a bass player in a punk band. First 2 times I was a guitar player. Bass
players can do that.
Yeah. The only difference was when it came down to the actual sort of mixing, because, guitaring, the funny thing is as a guitar player, because I hate being a sole guitar player in a band. I'd rather have at least 6 other guitar players to drown me out. But I found that really difficult because I had a specific guitar sound that I wanted, which I got, but apparently that sound only works well with a really good high-end system. When you play it through anything else, it just it just sounded terrible. It's just
I've had that. I've had that happen as well. But I have the exact opposite of what you had, because when I was in Ashes of Purgatory, I thought it was great. Not only was I the only guitar player, I was the only musician.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So it was all eyes were on me, and I was actually did have decent in that band.
Yeah, no, I got. Doing the punk band thing for me, playing bass in punk band was just the easiest thing in the world. I loved it because as a bass player, for the most part, you have almost no pressure. Nobody cares. You miss a note, nobody notices. It was just so easy. You know, I wrote this run song. The song was called Born Again, which ironically enough had nothing to do about being born again Christian. It was actually making fun of Christianity. And that song got us gigs at all types of like basement churches that we were throwing punk shows at because they thought we were a Christian punk band because of that song. And I didn't realize it was, but the main reason is because they would always ask these lyrics sheets and see what we were singing about. And our singer was actually handing them fake lyrics. So
really?
The lyrics to song Born Again, yeah. So the lyrics he would hand them for what Born Again was about was literally just about being born again Christian, finding God. And he had this whole lyrics written. And then he'd go in there and he'd actually sing the song, and it's not what he's saying in the slightest, but because of the way he sang it, you didn't really know the lyrics if you couldn't, you know, you didn't really paying attention. So it was a genius thing, and we set up like all types of these fucking like punk shows with all these local bands, and it was all based off of a fucking lie. But I wrote a walking bass line for it. It's just it's a nice little walking bass line, and recording it. And the first two takes, I really sort of struggled because I was really paying attention too much. I wasn't just letting the music play. I was paying attention to each individual note. And I kept sort of screwing it up. And a singer comes up and is like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Man, I don't know. I just can't get this right." He's like, "You wrote the song. Play the fucking thing." Well, I'm sitting here by myself in a room. I don't play by myself in the room. I need you guys to play around with me. It's all right.
Yeah, that's the kiss.
So I sat in the room, and then once I got to the band, we all played first track all the way through. It wasn't until we had finished, remixed, and released the EP that we realized I fucked up all over the place in that song, but nobody noticed because
yeah, exactly.
You know,
and just that'll be my last piece of advice for tonight. Any of you kids who I can only play live, well then you're not a fucking musician. Get over it. If you can't do the studio, then you're not ready yet. Go back and practice.
The other thing is if you can only play well in the studio and you can't play well live, you're still not a good musician.
No,
you
those are the worst.
You should be able to pull it off live. Yeah.
This is Our Lady Peace. One of the most biggest disappointments I've ever seen live. They've improved since, but when they did their first album, they got like 15 guitars on the record, and it's amazing. And then you go see them, they're a 3-piece band.
Yeah, just doesn't sound right.
Don't do that. Don't do anything in the studio.
Apparently, I Mother Earth were like that. Apparently.
Yeah, and they still are. They never got. They dissed Edwin, and that was it. They never got better.
Yeah, no, because their one album, Dig, which is an amazing album, by the way. I fucking love that album so much.
It's a great record.
My sister's ex-husband, he went and saw his I Mother Earth opened up for Rush, and which is a huge gig to have. And when he saw him play, he's like, "Oh, this band that opened up were terrible." And I'm like, "You saw fucking I Mother Earth, man. They're amazing." He's like, "Oh, they're terrible." So I played him the album. He's like, "This is great. This is not what I was listening to when they were playing. They sounded like shit." And I'm like, "Oh, that's heartbreaking."
I had a point. Oh yeah, but new Stone Temple Pilots is terrible, by the way. Just heard it. Jeff Gutt is their new singer, and he's awful. Don't bother.
Did what's his name die?
Yeah.
He is dead, right?
Chester Bennington. Well, first Scott.
Chester Bennington.
Yeah, Scott Whelan died. Then they got Chester Bennington, and then he died. Stone Temple Pilots kill singers. That's 3 out of 4 so far.
I didn't know that Chester Bennington played with Stone Temple.
Yeah, he did amazing. Really? He could actually sing. It was
he's an amazing singer.
It was really impressive, and then he died. So
yeah,
they did a full record. I don't know if they released it, but this new guy's terrible. They just put out an album, and it's awful. So big disappointment. He's trying way too hard to Whelan. We gotta end this show.
Okay. New advice for everybody: if you get the gig to be a singer for Stone Temple Pilots, turn it down.
Don't marry my mom, and don't sing for Stone Temple Pilots.
You might as well just be the drummer for Spinal Tap. Just don't do it.
Exactly.
Which, by the way, guess what I have? Speaking of Stone Hill Pilots, about Spinal Tap. I have the greatest collection of everything Spinal Tap ever amassed.
Do you have the amp that goes to 11? Because they did put one out.
They did put one out. That's right. I don't have that. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about anything and everything to do with that movie. I've got interviews with the band of them, like, as the band being interviewed for actual press junket. And I have interviews with them as the actors talking about playing in the band and making fun of the band members.
Do you have interviews with them as the band from A Mighty Wind, who's the all same cast doing the exact same thing, but they're a folk band instead?
Yes, I actually do.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Actually, they toured together. They did a big tour, and Spinal Tap performed with them. Like, they opened for themselves, which is awesome.
Which is amazing.
Right. We're going to talk about Spinal Tap off the air, and I'm going to stop this now.
Yeah, okay.
We'll be back tomorrow night with in roughly 23 hours with actual topics to discuss with you guys. I really did want to talk about the Epstein thing. I don't know how we just glossed right over that. But
because he's dead, nobody cares.
He's dead, nobody cares. Move on. Talk about
right.
Spinal Tap. Nobody cares about that. It's already in the past. Let's talk about a band from 30 years ago for the next half hour.
Okay.
Until then, everybody, take care of each other.
Yeah, see ya.
See?
You know, at the rate things are going, we're going to be huge by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Huge like. Huge like when I use my dick pump running on a track, grabbing Sue by her feet.
I actually didn't get to sleep last night.
Huge like a full moon in my face, yeah, and we ain't talking moonlight. Eric and Gord, what if we're right? Take a corner street, hoe and tuck her in at night. Bitches you out, you got no nightlight. Bitches you out, you weren't the nightlife. This is what happens at night when you lay down the pipe, cause you work in construction, you don't know what's right. Don't know what's right. What if we're right?
Every time people listen to our show, they're like, oh, dude, I totally want to be on. When can I be on? Can I be on now?